Jacob stared at the bag of small sea glass Ethan had collected. "Those were the pieces I threw away," he muttered, his voice heavy with frustration. "If I'd kept them, I could have earned even more than you." In a bustling park in Chicago, an elderly blind man sat near a busy pathway, his loyal guide dog resting patiently by his side. The morning sun cast a golden glow over the park, but for the blind man, the warmth was all he could perceive. In front of him lay a hat with just a few coins inside. And beside it, a small sign read, "I am blind, please help." The park was alive with activity. Joggers ran by, couples strolled hand in hand, and children laughed as they played. People passed the blind man in a hurry, sparing him only a fleeting glance. Few stopped, and fewer still dropped coins into his hat. One crisp morning, a young woman named Emily, a marketing professional on her way to work, noticed the blind man. She was dressed sharply, her bag slung over her shoulder. But something about the nearly empty hat and the simple sign made her pause. Emily placed a few coins in the hat and began to walk away. But a thought tugged at her. She stopped in her tracks, turned around, and approached the man again. "Excuse me," Emily said softly, crouching beside him. "May I borrow your sign for a moment?" The blind man tilted his head curiously. "Sure," he said, "but why?" "I want to try something," Emily replied, taking out a marker from her bag. She flipped the sign over and began writing on the blank side. Her brow furrowed in concentration as she carefully crafted her message. Once she finished, she placed the sign back where passers-by could easily see it. "What did you write?" the blind man asked. Emily smiled gently. "I only told the truth, but in a way that might touch people's hearts. Let's see how it works." With that, she patted the guide dog on the head and continued on her way. As the hours passed, the blind man noticed a remarkable change. Coins began clinking into his hat more frequently, and he could hear the soft rustle of bills being added. He heard people pausing, talking quietly, and even smiling as they dropped their donations. Some commented aloud, "What a thoughtful sign," or, "That really makes you think." By the evening, when Emily walked through the park on her way home, the blind man recognized her footsteps and called out, "Excuse me, miss, were you the one who changed my sign this morning?" Emily knelt beside him once more, her kind smile unchanged. "Yes, that was me. Did it make a difference?" The blind man's voice trembled with gratitude. "My hat has never been this full," he said. "People seem to care more." "What did you write?" Emily's voice softened as she explained. "Your sign said, 'I am blind, please help.' It was honest, but it didn't evoke much feeling. I wrote, 'It's a beautiful day, and I cannot see it.'" The blind man was silent for a moment, processing her words. Finally, he nodded. "Thank you," he said. "You've shown me how powerful words can be. They've made the invisible visible." Emily squeezed his hand gently before standing up. "Words can change how people see the world," she said. "Take care." With that, she walked away, leaving the blind man with a fuller hat and a fuller heart. Lessons for today's society. This story reminds us of the profound impact of words. Emily didn't change the blind man's circumstances, but her thoughtful rephrasing stirred empathy in those who passed by. Words have the power to inspire, connect, and transform how people perceive the world around them. In today's fast-paced society, it's easy to underestimate the weight of our words. Whether spoken, written, or even thought, they hold the power to uplift or tear down, to motivate or discourage. The way we communicate can create opportunities, foster understanding, and strengthen relationships, or do the opposite. This tale encourages us to choose our words with care. In our interactions with others and in our self-talk, positive words can build resilience, spread kindness, and inspire hope. A single thoughtful phrase can change someone's perspective or brighten their day. As you go through life, remember, words shape not only how others see us but also how we see ourselves. Use them wisely to create connections, foster empathy, and leave a positive mark on the world. If you find this story interesting and learn a lesson that helps improve your life, please like and leave your comments below. We would love to hear your story.